Hey everyone, I'm Kristen, the owner of Texas Trade Days. I want to get on here and kind of go over Galveston County Trade Days at Bayshore Park. I am currently at 646 and 146 here in Dickinson, Baycliff. There's been some question over the actual address for Bayshore Park. It is on Bayshore Drive, and it literally sits between Bayshore Drive and Galveston Bay. So because the websites and like on Google or like Google Maps, Apple Maps, Facebook, they have like multiple addresses for Bayshore Park. So it's kind of hard to tell y'all exactly where. So I thought what I'd do is I'd show you where, and then after I show you the route to go and discuss that with you guys, then I'll talk to the vendors more about how to set up and what all's going to go down for our first market for Galveston County Trade Days returns at September 11th from 11 to 3. So it's got a few more weeks to go before we get to the market, but it is a new location. We are not at the Galveston County Fair and Rodeo Fairgrounds anymore for this market. And so I just wanted to kind of let y'all know it is at Bayshore Park and give you the quick route to get there no matter where you come from in Houston, Galveston area. All you need to do is make your way to FM 646 and go east. I'm not going to tell you go left or right because it depends on which way you're coming, but from north, south, or west, you want to go to 646, FM 646, and go east. That means towards the water, okay? And then you'll cross, if you're not on 146, you'll cross 146 and go all the way down 646 until it ends. And I'm going to show you that route. And then what I'll do is I'll try to pull the coordinates from Google Maps once I'm there and try to get that updated on Facebook so it's a little bit easier for everybody to find it if you're not from the Galveston County area and either want to be a vendor or you want to come shop at one of our, actually it is the most popular market we have. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Bear with me. I'm right here at 646 and 146. Okay, I'm just west of FM 146. So when I get out on the road on 646, I'll be heading east. Okay, so I'm going to turn y'all around. If you're on your phone, you're going to need to turn your phone. If you're on the computer, I'm very sorry. But I'm going to give you the horizontal view right now so that you can kind of see everything going on. Also, keep in mind, too, that cameras like to throw distance out further than it really is in person. So the perception is going to be a little off. Things are actually closer than they appear. So keep that in mind. I'm going to flip this around and take you on a short road trip. So where I'm at right now is the Storage Choice. It is on the north side of the road. I'm in the parking lot of the Industrial Specialist. You'll drive right through these if you are on 646 west of FM 146. So now I am east on FM 646, sitting at the light at FM 146. You'll see Jack in the Box and McDonald's. They sit across the street from each other on the east side of 146. Our market will be on a Saturday. There is a lot of traffic around the Bay Area on Saturday, but you shouldn't have a problem too much getting here in a reasonable amount of time on Saturday morning. Keep in mind too, if you're coming 146 southbound, you will have traffic at road construction in League City, Kemah, and Seabrook. If you're on 646 headed east, just keep going straight across 146. You'll be in the Baycliff area. We're going to take it all the way down to the end where you cannot go any further. You'll have to turn left or right. We'll turn right. It's a very popular park of Galveston counties. It's right off of Galveston Bay. A lot of people like to go there and fish, hang out. It's great for photos too. There's a playground for the kids. It's a pretty nice park. And of course you have the view of the water of Galveston Bay. Keep going past the flashing yellow lights till you get to the flashing red lights. It's a three-way intersection. So it acts as a stop sign at the end of the road. Alright, we're at the end of the road. Straight across is the view of Galveston Bay, and we're going to take a right. Now we're on Bayshore Drive. It's also FM 646. So if you see the address, this is the FM 646 they're talking about on Google or whatever search engine you're looking at the address for Bayshore Park. So this is it. It splits up a little bit, so it's a little odd, and I think that's why there's confusion. The park will be on our left. I'm heading south right now. If you don't see water on your left when you go the 646 route like I just went, you're in trouble. If you're coming in from San Leon, it'll be on your right. But that's the 517 route. This is much easier for you to do if you're not familiar with the area. The park is coming up on our left here. So we're going to cross the bridge. And pull into the park. There's a couple of different drives you can pull into. But this is the first one. So this is Bayshore Park. I'll pull the coordinates and see what I can do getting the address correct on Facebook, so it'll be a little bit easier for all of you to find if you're not familiar with the area and Bayshore Park. And then where the market's going to be here is going to be at this pavilion and the grass around it, okay? So I look forward to seeing all of you, and now I'm going to talk to the vendors and let them know what to expect when it comes to setting up. So let me park here, turn y'all around. And so anyway, thank you so much for your support for Galveston County Trade Days returning. I'm so excited that we can do this, and that the Galveston County Parks and Rec Department is excited and real welcoming of us bringing our market here. So thank you so much. I hope this little tour, a little road trip here, has helped some of you understand where it is. And like I said, I'll try to see what I can do with pulling the coordinates and getting the addresses correct for Facebook and all of that. So anyway, I appreciate it. And if you're a vendor, hang on. I am going to get out of the truck, and then I'm going to go over a couple of things here and kind of get you familiar with the way we're going to set up and what all is available here at Bayshore Park for our market on September 11th. So hang on real tight. All right. So vendors, this is where we're going to be. We're at the pavilion, and we're in the grassy area too. So there's two different types of booth spaces here. Hold on, let me put my keys up. Okay, so we have the typical outdoor spaces, which are your tents you set up in the grass. And then we have the covered pavilion spaces, which I recommend bringing your tents that's got a high roof, so our high ceiling. So your tents will fit under here just fine. Since we are on the shore, we do have shorebirds here. So I do recommend you bringing your tents to be up underneath the pavilion. It's not a requirement, just a strong recommendation, okay? So let me turn y'all around. And so here we are. That's the Galveston Bay. It is breezy here, and winds are intermittent. They're a little bit harder to judge, other than it's typically a little breezy anyway when closer you get to the water. So it's not as windy as what Galveston would be, but it's not as calm as some hours are in Pasadena. So this is the pavilion I'm going to turn y'all around again. So this is the pavilion we're at. These tables will be moved out of y'all's way. You do see, just much like Pasadena, as you may have seen my video for it, between these poles here, let me show you, between these poles here is about 20 feet here, so two of y'all would fit between each pole. And there are concrete walkways here, so we'll just skip this so that there's plenty of access in and out, okay? Also, there's electricity outlets here. We do not have the electricity turned on here. It is an additional charge. Small generators and all are okay. Any of the grass area here by the playground, do not set up here. We will not be setting up near the playground. And also this parking space, our parking lot by the playground, please keep it open as well. This is a public park. Though we do have access to all of the park, we're not going to need all of the park. So just keep the playground area free so that any kiddos that want to come and play, they can feel free to do so, and that their parents can park in this parking lot here. It's between the pavilion and Bayshore Drive. Again, don't use the electrical outlets. I did not get the electricity. You can, again, bring your generators. This is the grassy area nearby the pavilion we can use. We do have access to the entire grassy field. Again, we're not going to be using it at this time. Let me turn y'all around and talk to y'all about that for a minute. So, Galveston County Trade Days is our most popular market. It's had its rough times. The very first market we had was back in 2018, and literally the day before our market, Santa Fe High School had the school shooting. We originally had about 100 vendors signed up for that Galveston County Trade Days, the first one we did, and we were down to about 55 to 60 vendors because of the situation that happened the day before. So anyway, it was a great market. The community showed up. It was amazing. Everybody was grateful, and everybody's been wanting us to return. So we returned the next year. We moved from the May 19th date to September, and we had Tropical Storm Imelda come through. We didn't do so good. So anyway, a lot of area flooding, not necessarily around the fairgrounds, but around the neighboring areas, especially the coastal, more coastal, like along the coastlines and stuff. Those areas did flood, so we didn't do so good. I've been trying to find another venue for it, but I had to get a few things in line first because then the pandemic hit. So because Imelda, our next one was in 2019. And then the next one we were going to do was in 2020, and the pandemic just didn't allow us to do that. So here we are in 2021, and I found a new venue, been working with the county, and so we're real good. We have many options depending on what works out the best for us, okay? And we have all of this land to use too, so if we get back up to that 100 vendor plus mark, we have plenty of room to do that here and more, okay? Our statistics for Facebook interest on our event is high. It's back up to normal numbers. Our first one, we had nearly 10,000 people interested, but every year that we've tried and keeping in touch with everybody here in Galveston County, which is where we started, that our numbers are high. We're over 3.3 thousand people interested in attending our Galveston County Trade Days. The word is getting out. People are excited, and I'd even come across people in the stores or when I do business that whenever Texas Trade Days comes up, they already know about us. So anyway, I'm looking real forward to that. I just want to let you know about all of that. So I'm real optimistic here. It also has facility restrooms, which is what this building is. It's the, let me turn y'all, it's the green and white. So we have the pavilion over here. Hold on, come on Facebook, leave me alone. We have the pavilion over here where we'll be at too. And these are the facility restrooms we have access to. So this is really good. I'll kind of go in there. We've got hand sanitizer, of course, bring your own. I'm just going to go into the women's side to show y'all, since this is an open restroom, I don't want to go over to the men's. So we have running water here. We have soap. We have paper towels. We have trash bin. Okay? So, and of course, this is all going to be open to the public as well. Like I said, it's a public park. So, and then we have this grassy area here in between the two, the pavilion and the restrooms, okay? So we can use this part, all right? We're good here. So that's pretty much it. Check-in is going to be like it is anywhere else, like we've been doing at Kingwood or Pasadena. I'll have the check-in sheet. You check in before you go set up. You'll have the list of your company names, and you'll print and sign just like you do any other time, and then you'll go set up. There's not going to be any, since this is the very first market here at this location, there's not going to be any assigned spaces at this time. So it's going to be first come, first set up, assigned only by space location, like outdoors versus under the pavilion. So until we kind of get the flow and see how things are going to go and how this is going to book with the vendors, okay? So bear with me on that one for now. Let me see if there's anything else. Just real quick. Oh, yes. So just like I said in the Pasadena video, our venues do not allow us to stake in the ground. It's usually because there's either concrete or asphalt underneath the grass because of drainage, you know, fairgrounds, or places like this. There's irrigation systems for like sprinklers, underground sprinklers, or electrical wires. This place has both. They both have, you know, it has both the electrical wires, which is shallow. County's already told me about that. And they have shallow irrigation system here for the park. So absolutely no staking. You'll run the risk of damaging property and electrocution, okay? You just don't want to do it. So just don't do it, okay? The policy, the vendor policy, that's attached to the application, PDF and online, is in line with both these venues rules. So both that with the contract that I have on file too, okay, for both venues. So you want to read and review that vendor policy. So like absolutely no alcohol. Absolutely. If there's some item that you want to sell, like some like to hand make knives and stuff, don't bring it. Just don't. Bring a lookbook if you want to do it. Don't even bring the product, because if it's defined as a weapon by the penal code, we can't do it. We have to have security at this location too, and I've already talked to Constable Ray Lease, and so we're in compliance with their security requirement. If we do anything outside of that, it's going to cost us all a whole lot more money. So just keep that in mind. No staking, and read and follow that policy, vendor policy, closely. There's some other things that I have added too for like this setup for like the market day emails I used to send. But that's on the Galveston County market details page. So go there, make sure you read all of that, especially as like the week before coming up on the market. I may have some updates for it as we go along, but right now it's the general information there. But definitely review that before you get ready to come and set up here, okay? And you can find that link just like you can find Pasadena's on the vendor information page. Just scroll down and you'll find it. And then I also have a rough draft for the layout, and also on that page too. So it gives you another visual to look at and kind of see what I'm talking about here. So that's pretty much it. If you want to bring sidewalls, bring sidewalls. Again, 35 to 45 pounds per leg on your tent, okay, is recommended. Especially here, because we may get a random gust right off that water. Here, right off it. I'm not kidding. It's a little hilly here, so I'm a little out of breath. But like we can walk over here. It's the perception on the phone, on video, always makes things appear further than they really are. But literally, you can just walk right over here. So we're right off the water. We really are. So we may get that like random gust. It's already pretty breezy. I have to put my hair back. So anyway, just be prepared, okay? It'll be real good. Just we got to make sure that we have everything that we need. I've given you the information on the website and on the application that you need to be successful and make all this go real smoothly. Food and drinks are allowed here. So if you want to bring your lunch, I'd do so, because we may or may not have a food vendor, like a food truck or something, because they're required to get a Galveston County permit through their health department. And I've been down that road with them before, and many don't like doing it. And then the health department gets mad, and here we are. So just be prepared. I may have them, I may not. Bring your food, drinks, anything you need to stay cool. I'll have water for all of you, and some light snacks too, to help you get through a really hot day if we need it, as a backup for y'all. And see there, oh, you can't see them. There they go. There's some shorebirds. So that's why I say these seagulls. See, that's why I say you just bring your tent if you want to be under the pavilion. It's a really strong recommendation. So, and those of you that are farms and cottage food, make sure you keep your stuff protected so that the birds don't want to come over. We literally are on the shore. So there's that. So food and drink are good. Lunches and stuff are recommended. Bring plenty of water. Anything you need to be cool. If you have battery powered fans, bring that if you want. Small generators are good. Keep them out of the way so they're not a trip hazard. Keep kids away from them. All of that, that's fine. Absolutely no staking. Bring weights for your tent. At least 35 to 45 pounds. So it's pretty much like the others. It's just a little different because it's just a different venue, and each venue has their own way of working. and it's like its own system gets developed. So right here too, there's parking nearby. Let me flip my phone around. There's parking nearby. So you see where that van is parked. That van is parked over there. And then all these keep these handicap clear, okay? And also some of these closer ones too. Vendors, if you have handicap placards and all, you park in these spaces that are close by, like where I'm at, okay? You'll still have access to the ramp and everything if you need that. But for public, you know, attendance and everything, we try to stay within ADA and keep these open, okay, so they can come and go. But pretty much any of these parking spaces are good for handicap vendors, okay? So it's still compliant. So they done real good with all of that. Bring your carts and anything like that you may need. So Terry, you have a question. Rimmon tent on a pavilion. Yeah, because these shorebirds. So they're used to people. You know, we're on the beach. We like to feed them. Yeah. So we do have that. Let me see. Sometimes they'll perch up here. No, there's none perched. But what they'll like to do is sometimes they'll perch right up there. And we don't want to be anywhere near it. So just in case, there's a little one that's wanting to fly off. But yeah, so yeah, just that, and plus too, if you've got sidewalls, it's still breezy under here, even now. We'll be 11 to 3, so this is an evening breeze. Might be a little calmer, but again, it's so variable, I don't know. And then there's that rogue gust that comes off the water. So I would just be on the safe side. Don't have to, but I just would. So yeah, so lunch is all that, bring all that. I'm trying to think what else. I wrote down a lot on, like I said, on the market details page for Galveston County. If you didn't catch the beginning of this, I showed a route to take to get here, and kind of how to get here, because the address is kind of weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pull the coordinates and all. Oh, you're welcome, Terry. Pull the coordinates and all and try to get a better way to get y'all here. But so go back and look at the first part of the video, and I took y'all on a quick road trip so you can see the easiest way to get here, no matter where you're coming from, if you're not familiar with the park in the area. So anyway, oh, and COVID, same thing with COVID. It's state requirements. Galveston County hasn't informed me of anything different right now. So wear a mask if you want to. Don't wear one if you don't want to. Bring your hand sanitizer. We have running water in the facility restrooms, okay? If you need to take a break, go wash your hands, anything like that, hit me, I'll come watch your booth, okay? Maintain your distance. Just be smart about it. That's all I say. Just be real smart. Not the time to let our guard down. But I'm not going to require anything, and nobody should feel uncomfortable with whatever decision that they make to be safe themselves and keep everybody else safe around them, okay? So that's it. Like I said, the tables are going to be moved. We'll move them out to the grass. No big deal. And oh, trash. So you may or may not see trash bins. There are some here, just like Kingwood, y'all. This is for park stuff, like today, you know, any other day. So people use these for the park, and there may be a porta potty. But anyway, they're scattered. Just bring your own trash bag, please, because what Galveston County will do is not only charge a cleanup fee, take the deposit, but they'll also require us to get a dumpster. So I'm just bring your own trash bags, just like a Pasadena. Bring your trash bags, take your trash with you, okay? It's that easy. So anyway, and then afterwards I'll do my sweep. Once everybody's gone, I'll do my sweep, and then see what they want me to do with the attendee trash. But vendors, bring your own trash bags, take your trash with you, please. So because these venues, this is why I was telling y'all, I don't know you know, getting back to the fairgrounds and all, because it's not just the extra cost of renting the venue to be there, but it's also all this other stuff too. So Kingwood was kind of easy for us to kind of hang in there and then get the ball rolling again and get through this pandemic as easy as possible. But because these other venues are really demanding and really strict. So just please do that so we don't have issues. But that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot else. Because it's almost, I have it where it's like the rules and everything is almost like Pasadena. It's just the logistics of like a different venue, because again, they're like different creatures. But the rules are generally the same. And if you follow what policy says and then take the advice on the market day details page, we won't have any problems at all. Okay? So they're there for that reason, because I have rules too, y'all. And I make my vendor policy according to those rules and everything. So that's just the way this business should work. It's the way I do it. So I don't want to lose money. I don't want y'all to lose y'all's money either. And I certainly don't like losing a venue. But it'll be good. I like it. It's pretty easy, pretty standard. So applications are still open for that. Applications are open for Pasadena's this Sunday too. I'll shut down except for the PDF, I'll be closing that one. But the online application, I'll close it tomorrow. So if you want to still get in, there are still a few pavilion spaces left over there and plenty of outdoor. There's a lot of room just like here. So if y'all want to sign up, go for it. This one, Galveston County, is always our most popular market. Pasadena's a close second. So I'm really excited we can do this again. And the applications are open for September 11th still. So if you want to sign up online, go for it. $75 under the pavilion, $65 for an outdoor tent space. And if you do it online, then there's an extra $5 to cover extra fees and all. So anyway, I think that's about it. If you want to mail in your application and save a few bucks, you can. $75 for a pavilion space, $65 for the outdoor space in the grass. You can still mail in your application for Galveston County. But that should be it. If y'all have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer them. Again, I'm on my way home. I need to go by the P.O. box, make sure that there aren't any last minute applications for Pasadena on Sunday. And then this evening, I'll get emails out to y'all for the market day email, just because there's so many of y'all that haven't been at Pasadena yet. And there's so many too coming from Kingwood that are also new to us. So just so we're on the same page, I'll get out that email. And I really hope these videos have helped you. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions if you still have them. And I guess I will see some of y'all on Sunday. And then again in a few weeks here at Bayshore Park in Baycliff. So keep on the lookout for the new updated address or coordinates. I've got to figure that out. So I'll try to get that fixed up here pretty quick. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much. And I really do hope y'all have a great evening. And I hope the kids had a great back to school this week. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.